No one talks about him. Not when the city burns. Not when gods fall from the sky. And not when the world is seconds from ending. But when the impossible needs to be solved, he is already there. Watching. Calculating. Waiting. This is the story of Mr. Terrific. The most overlooked hero in the DCU. You see the capes. You hear the thunder. You remember the icons. But you forget the man who saves the world without anyone noticing. And that is exactly why he is dangerous. Before the masks. Before the name. There was a man named Michael Holt. A man with a mind so sharp it scared people. Olympic-level athlete. A dozen PhDs. A living supercomputer without powers. But brilliance did not save his life. Because tragedy does not care how smart you are. One night, everything collapsed. A car crash. A scream that never left his head. His wife was gone. And Michael Holt was left standing in the wreckage of his own mind. He walked away from the world. Away from purpose. Away from hope. He stood on a bridge. Wind cutting through his coat. Water roaring below like it wanted him. And for the first time, the smartest man in the room had no solution. Then he saw it. A phrase carved into stone. Fair play. Words left behind by Terry Sloan. The original Mr. Terrific. A man who believed intelligence was a responsibility, not a gift. That moment changed everything. Michael Holt didn't choose power. He chose purpose. He became Mr. Terrific. No lightning bolt. No alien DNA. Just discipline, training, and a mind pushed to its limit. He built the T-spheres. Floating machines that obeyed thought alone. Weapons. Shields. Eyes everywhere. Technology so advanced it made Batman uncomfortable. And that is saying something. Because here is the truth no one says out loud. Batman prepares for threats. Mr. Terrific eliminates them before they exist. He doesn't punch first. He calculates first. When villains plan chaos, he already ran the numbers. When heroes rush in, he already mapped every outcome. That's why he works in the shadows. The Justice Society trusted him. Then the Justice League needed him. Not as muscle. Not as a symbol. But as the man who keeps the team alive. When alien invasions hit. When timelines fracture. When magic and science collide. Mr. Terrific stands at the center, holding it together quietly. He speaks softly, moves efficiently, and never wastes time on glory. And that's why fans overlook him, because we are trained to watch explosions. Not equations, but listen carefully. Every time a crisis ends without the universe breaking, there is a high chance Michael Holt made that possible. He once outthought gods. Not fought them, outthought them. Darkseid invades with armies. Mr. Terrific dismantles supply lines, cuts communication, turns raw power into useless noise. No speeches, no spotlight, just results. And unlike many heroes, he doesn't believe in destiny. He believes in preparation. That belief makes him terrifying. Because there is no prophecy to stop him, no fate to rely on, only logic. And logic does not miss. But the most underrated part of Mr. Terrific isn't his mind. It's his restraint. He could dominate the world with technology alone. Control systems, economies, defense networks. He chooses not to, because intelligence without ethics becomes tyranny. And Michael Holt understands that better than anyone. That's why he carries fair play on his jacket. Not as decoration, as a warning. To himself, even among heroes he stands apart. Superman is hope. Batman is fear. Wonder Woman is truth. Mr. Terrific is balance. The quiet voice saying, slow down. Think. If we rush, we lose everything. And when the DCU collapses into chaos, balance is what saves it. So why don't people talk about him? Because he doesn't want them to. Fame is inefficient. Emotion clouds judgment. And legends attract attention. Mr. Terrific prefers to be invisible. Until the moment he isn't. Until the plan works. Until the bomb never goes off. until the villain's genius scheme fails without explanation. That silence is his victory. And here's the part most fans miss. Without Mr. Terrific, Batman becomes reckless. The League becomes reactionary. The world becomes vulnerable. He is the firewall no one sees. And that makes him the most underrated hero in the DCU. Now let's pause for a second. Look at what this story is really saying. Power isn't always loud. Heroes don't always wear capes. And saving the world doesn't always look heroic. Sometimes it looks like a man alone in a lab, running simulations while everyone else sleeps. That's the real message behind Michael Holt. Being terrific isn't about strength. It's about responsibility. And responsibility is heavy, which is why most heroes don't want it. But he carries it anyway, because someone has to. And here's the part you should not forget. The next era of the DCU is changing. Gods are fading. Icons are shifting. And in that future, the smartest man in the room becomes the most important. So when the universe faces a problem it cannot punch, when hope is not enough, when fear fails, that's when Mr. Terrific steps forward, quietly, decisively, and fixes everything. If you didn't know him before this story, you will notice him now. And if you've been overlooking him, you won't anymore. Because the most dangerous hero is the one you never see coming. If you enjoyed this deep dive into DC's most underestimated mind, make sure to subscribe. Because the next story dives even deeper into heroes you thought you understood, and secrets the DCU doesn't want you to notice. Stay ready. The next revelation is closer than you think.